This is fantastic! I'm aware of my mistakes, and I am confident that I will repeat them. 2, 4, 6, 8. Bah! Alright guys, welcome to another episode. In the last episode, we got the machine to partially boot, but then it stopped. Why? Because I needed to type in a command, and I realized at that point, I have no way of communicating with the CMI. I have no way of typing with a keyboard into it. So, that's what we're going to try and remedy today. We're going to try and get the machine to fully boot. Now to do that, I need to get some sort of keyboard connected via the main Fairlight keyboard or some other way, maybe RS-232, but that's what we're going to do. And then if all of that miraculously works, the next thing to do would be to see if the CMI software works, if it actually fully boots, which would be amazing. Then we have to test out different CMI, I'm getting excited even saying it. Then we have to test out getting different CMI commands working. Imagine getting, looking at the waveform supervisor, or looking at FFT or RS or any of those things. That's what we're going to try next. So there's a lot of things that are getting in the way though. I'm waiting on on the 354 card. So, and I know this is a bit dumb, I get it, but I'm going to try again with the 3-layer MFX card, because that still sounds like this machine used to be an MFX machine, and my old MFX CMI hybrid used to be able to run with that card and type it in CMI mode. So I know there's a good reason, but I'm waiting on the 354 card anyway, so in between that I'll try it once more, and then if that doesn't work, I'll try RS-232, somehow get that into the machine. Alright? Now if we miraculously get all of that working and everything is going and it looks like it's outputting sound or trying to, the next thing would be to hook up the analog cage. The analog cage is nowhere near ready. It's got a lot of hardware and changes, and I've got fans and things like that to get done. Let's see where we get to. Alright. So this means I need to get the Fairlight keyboard from upstairs and plug that in directly to there, and then plug this into here. Or I see if I can plug in the CMI, the MFX card over there, because it really looks like it was designed to work with this, but it was in MFX mode. This guy, and then plug in this keyboard. I think it's actually a better idea to get the Fairlight keyboard from upstairs. It's known, it's got the port, it plugs right in. So what I need to do now then, this is nuts, I now need to get the analog cage up and running in this messy open craziness and try and somehow make that all work. Very exciting stuff. I've got a pretty good feeling that this is not actually connected in there. There needs to be another ribbon cable that comes out and goes somewhere, maybe to one of these guys. And then it needs to come down and connect. Because I just don't think there's a connection. Right, we're missing some components. Let me figure that out. This has just got power, that's all it's got. What it doesn't have is a data connection. At this point I didn't realize the 354 card was supposed to take up that exact area that I'm looking at, the vacuum. There's a lot that I don't know until I get to it later. A lot in hindsight you look at and go, well, that's fairly obvious. It's like on the game show when you phone in a friend. That's what's happening right now. Alright, eBay update. Looks like the guy, seems like a nice guy, James, he can't find it. The 354 card, you know? Alright, let's just see what happens. Peter was thinking that this is from an MFX3. This was an MFX machine with the CMI chassis. And this was not from this machine, this was from my CMI MFX hybrid machine. I'm inside this machine, which was it's never been a Fairlight CMI, it's only been an MFX. There's missing connector plugs for the keyboard and all that kind of stuff, which makes me think that this was only ever used for MFX. Now, to substantiate that, I found these two cables that come out from here. This cable here, right, is a slimline D connector. If I go to the back of here, it's the only connector that has that. And it's within reach of being on this side. And then also on this side here, there's an RS-232 connection there, which then hangs down in the appropriate area. So my brain is telling me that it does indeed fit right there. And then that's where I plug in this. I'm gonna wait back to hear from Steve. Steve's been very helpful. And then see if I should proceed in that way. It is a lot of stuff to figure out. Chris, go with your gut on this, stop this madness, and just wait for the 354 card. Will you? MIDI and SMPTE. And that's the only thing that's connecting it. That's where those bends were. That's exactly the shape of those bends. There's zero reason why it should work. If you ask me, because I've just not seen the connections. Not seen where things plug in. What is the worst that can happen? Well, let's not answer that right now. Alright, let's go. Alright, another eBay update. James says he thinks he knows where the card is, the 354 card, but he hasn't quite found it. But he is certain he's going to find it. So that's good news. I'm just going to wait. He actually offered me a refund, and which is very nice of him. But you know what? I have faith. I think he's going to find it. So you know what you do? You connect this and you hang it at the back like any normal human being. The Mandalorian says, this is the way. Please just behave. Anyone from the UK might recognize these rulers. This is my high school ruler. Who knows? It seems in. I'm aware of my mistakes and I am confident that I will repeat them. Can you come closer? Alright, you come over here then. So guess what I need to do now? I need to get that and get the cable to go to here. Alright, this is the moment of truth. I have no idea if this is going to work or not, but I'm going to now type on this keyboard and see if something comes up on the screen. No! Nothing yet. eBay update number 3, 4? Anyhow, James has found the card and it's currently on its way across here. And when it arrives, I will have no idea how to install it. But that's fine. Let's get caught up. There's still got a lot of work in the analog cage to see all the parts that I need and what goes where. I've still got to find an answer for that. And then what I've got right now is I've got a little USB to RS-232 422 type of dealio here. Anyhow, I'm going to plug that in with my laptop and see if I can get talking to it. Still got to unpack these guys here. I ordered some fans, and these were, obviously they're not new, but man, they were cheap. And so I've got 2 fans I still need to replace over there that are broken. The 4 that came from the Fairlight 3, MFX3 Plus, no, MFX3, those are totally fine. So that's what I put into this rack here, as we've seen in an earlier video. So I've still just got a lot of catch-up work to do. It is really ridiculous how much this takes. So, all right, so I'm gonna fit these into there. I've got to figure out the last of the cables. I made a little cable here so I can plug it into one of the cards. It's the CMI 41 or the 133 card. That will plug in directly there, and then I've got this, which will then go into Zeiss, and I'll be able to talk to it with any luck. It's just a lot. All right, let's get on with it. Some of the connectors arrived. I needed these guys because I'm missing some on the main board, and then I got this little pack of handy different versions. The normal like there's a bunch of these 10-pin ones that are needed on the thing, so those are handy. Again, just ridiculously cheap on Amazon. Okay, so I'm a little confused. I'm looking at the circuit diagram, and it really looks like this 20-pin connector on the first part has the RS23242 type connection going on there. So, and that seems fine. So I've wired this with the 10 pin. So I'm gonna add this onto here and plug it into that one and plug it in. Let's see. Okay, so now pin 1 Alright, I figured out why there's only the first 10 connections on here and the other ones are actually halt and all the other buttons are on the front of the cable. This cable usually does have the other things connected when it is a CMI, because those go to the front buttons and then the other ones are a little hidden serial port that's right there. So that's this guy. Wait a minute. Boom! Okay, so if I get the cable and I bring it to here, and then I plug in, there it is. I can see them right there. That's the first ones. But it's RS232, and I accidentally got an RS422. So I was trying to convert it there with my little wiring shenanigans. So just to make things more interesting, I'm actually going to make the cable that comes from there to here and connect this up and see if there's any life in it. And then I can use the little 10 pin and see if it works from that. But I'll do that once I get that going. Alright, cool beans. It looks totally and utterly backwards. This will do anything. Oh, it's flashing. Ta-da! They're both flashing, and the CPU stopped, and it's running again. It works! I'm talking to Michael Turner Craig in, I guess he's in Australia, and I'm going to try a different way of connecting here. Boom. You guys can all bend back here. Get out of the way of each other. Good. On. Monitor comes on. Dude, it works! Holy shit! Yes! So what just happened there was I was messing around because space didn't work, but then I saw this came up, which shows that that something went through, enough to give it the space bar in some form. So maybe it's just on the wrong side of it. Anyway, oh, that's fantastic. Works somehow. Print system status. S. Bonk. Yep. All right. Good. Now is I could swap the 41 card out and boot into CMI land. What? Let's try it. All right. Holy moly. It types. I'm typing on my computer here and it's typing over there like old school days. I grew up with RS232, with modems and bulletin boards and even amateur radio with RTTY. So I don't know why I'm finding this so exciting, but it is, and I'm not apologizing for it. This is fantastic! Now it's working. I needed to append a carriage return. Carriage return, like a typewriter. That's what typewriter, carriage, shikachung. Anyway, so this, going through this, going to here, going into there. I'm now talking to the CMI. Fantastic. Right, I'm gonna get the SCSI thing and boot into it. Let's see what the heck we can do here. All right. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to be switching all this on. I've got the boot drive from the CMI, Steve's CMI, connected in here through this ribbon cable. I don't have a MIDI card in here, I don't have anything, but I've been told it's this middle connector which comes through, which goes through to there. I'll connect that later on. But what I'm going to be doing now is I'm powering it on to see if I can boot into CMI and type in, because it won't go so far, I have to type in CMI. When I can type in that, I want to see what happens. All right, so let's try it. Running it on CMI. It comes through, it should see this. All right, it's not booting. I remember now, it's been a while. All right, so I'm gonna power off, change the cards over, try again. At the same time that this is happening, Michael Turner Craig's MFX 3 Plus that used to belong to Steve Rance has now arrived as we're recording this right now. So you'll see how long these videos take to make when this is old news. All right, cool. Okay. Coming out. Focus. It's in. All right, here we go. My computer, hello. See? Oh, it's awake. Okay, good, good. Just stay alive for a bit longer, please. Okay, good. You're all good? Everything's connected? Great. We have booting this. My PC is connected to this, into the 133. This is booting from Steve's thing. We're going to see who's going to boot. Wow, something weird came up on the screen right now. Yes, yes, yes. It's booting. Are you awake? Damn it. Okay, looks like it's booting. Yes, it's coming to that. Now it's going to get to the screen. I have to connect this guy up. No, I'm going to wait. How about you just wait? Wait for a second. Okay, it sees the drives. Okay, now it's got to the prompt. So now I'm going to plug this in here. Right, here we go. I'm going to type in CMI. Okay, and I'm hitting return. Ah, wait, it only saw the first letter. Ah, single letters. Alright, I've done 3 separate letters because it gets 1 letter at a time. So I just told it not to do the command, the line feed. So I've done CMI and now I'm going enter. It's booting. Alright, let's see how the hell this works. I have no idea it's going to get any further. We don't know. It's booting away here. It's got to the MFX page. Let's see where it gets to. It might just, it might just complain. Still booting. The cards seem to be actually, is that right? The 2 numbers, yeah, that looks correct. Ah, who knows? I'm just hoping at this point. Right, it's booted. It says no voice, which is understandable. That's okay. Can I type in SC? Now it's typing in perfectly. That's fine. Unknown command. So if I go SC, boom, it comes up with the system configuration page, and there's nothing in it. And it's got 4K of memory, which so it's not seeing. Oh no, it's got almost 20 megs of memory there. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. All right. So what I guess the next logical thing would be is that it's saying no voice. 3 channels, 8. There we go. Look, boom. 8 channels. 2, 4, 6, 8. Bah! All right. This is crazy. Now I need to get it connected up to the analog cards or something. Holy shit! What? Okay. This is mental. All right, we've still got a long way to go. There's still lots of things we don't know. I think it's going to be difficult. I don't have any output cards put in it. I don't know what it'll do. It does say that it sees 8 voices. So what I want to do is load in a voice into the memory here and see if anything happens. So let's load bass cello. So I've only got keyboard commands. I don't have voice load, bass, shell 11. I don't have any up, down, left, right function keys or anything like that. So let's see what it does with that. Boom. Loading voice. It's loaded! Now, okay, has it though? So if I go to SC now, boom. Nope. So waveform used 1292. So it's used memory up. So this memory is now being used. Boom! Okay? But now what I need to do is, I can't type any of the things down here. I can't get to that. Damn it. Okay, that's tricky. I might need to look up the keyboard shortcuts for those things, which I'm going to go do right now. But oh, wave edit, I can do that. At least then I won't be able to play it back because it's not just sending out there, is it? It's communicating with that card. It wouldn't just like go. But so wave edit. There it is! Holy shit! That is bonkers! Look at that! Look! Have to just adjust this slightly. So there it is. With a waveform all loaded there and all that. And it's just in that box, all the stuff is happening in there. That is crazy. I want to just show you around a little bit here for a little second so I can show you where we're at with this, just to understand the craziness of where we're at. So there's the hard drive that's loaded there. This is the computer that's sending out these commands down this little serial port thing here. I've got bass and transmit to going right into that card there. I've got 4 CMI 31 cards that seem to be loaded in right now, and I have got some memory in there. So I've got 20 megs of memory. It's seeing it. It's loading from the waveform, so it shows that it's there. Right, now here's the thing. None of this is really working. I've got some of the connections in the back here, but this, I've got the 354 card in there, and around the back there, I've got a MIDI card. I don't know if you can see that or not going, but I have no output cards. And then the actual output cards are connected by a whole bunch of ribbon cables down there, which I don't have any of them connected. But I don't know if it's gonna think that it's playing those. I can't even play them, to be honest. I don't know them. Okay, so you know what I need to do? I need to find the equivalent shortcut for playing on Audition to just do one of those things. Wow, 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 wow. Look! Okay, I know. It's loaded a waveform, it's seeing the cards, it's seeing the memory's doing something, and maybe when we play the memory, well, it read the memory just to show that. So, all right, next stage. I'm super excited. Okay, I've grabbed some manuals, which is my life, you know, I should read them a bit more often. And I'm looking, and I've got this loaded, this waveform, and F1 is play audition, and it says PLS. But let's try PLS and enter. Unknown command. I'm on the wrong page. All right, play. Audition large. Oh, just PL. All right. PL. PL. Semaphore not allocated. Okay, my semaphore isn't allocated. You know what that means? Semaphore allocation needs to happen. I'm going through the manual here, just looking for other things, and then I saw FFT. Wow. What would, I mean, what? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's try FFT. Boom. Well, it got somewhere. Oh! It did get there. It's that, so that shows the waveform supervisor card is working fine too. Holy shit! Okay, I can't really type much here. Oh, well I can. Let's just look at some of the commands. Let's just plot 3D or something. Can I do that? Restore, create 3D, so TD. TD, bonk. Yep, look at that. Oh man, that is nuts! Okay. Okay, so that's working too. That is brilliant. Alright, okay, I have to do it. I have to go and get some output cards and put them in this thing and see what happens. So I'm going to fix the analog, the output cards 1 and 2, the ribbon cable, and then we're going to put a card in it. It's the next thing to do. It's crazy because this thing is literally, it's in bits. Let's do it. Some of the cables, the ribbon cables for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 are damaged. So I have to fix those cables first. I don't want to make it that I'm jiggling around going to other, I want to keep it as simple as possible. It's going out of one is the first one, it'll make it easy. So I'm going to fix that cable, connect it to there, and then get the power connected to that. Get the analog cards in there. Alrighty. That was a lot. That was lots of things. So the next thing is, can it make a sound? Will it make a sound? We're gonna have to wait for part 2 of this two-parter. Boom!
Hey Chris, how you doing?
Oh, everything's under control here. Everything's fine. Oh man!